I'm in a surprisingly snowless Park City, Utah, uncovering the secret subculture that is American winter sport athletes. Those people who do a range of unusual activities much better than other Americans. When one thinks about winter sports, moguling is perhaps not the first thing that springs to mind. From a distance, it looks ridiculous. People bouncing their way down a mountain, pausing only to throw themselves off ski jumps before resuming said bouncing. But no good reporter ridicules without first attempting to understand, theoretically. So, to learn more about moguling, I went to this colourfully haired lady named Shannon Barkey, who competes for the American team in this strange event.
So, are you racing against people?
Well, you're kind of technically. Yeah, like 25% of our score is based on time. 25% is also based on air, so how big you go off the jumps with your degree of difficulty, and then the other 50% is turns in line. So how well you get down those moguls while looking good and snazzy and really good.
So it's sort of like figure skating?
No, nothing like figure skating. They have cute little dresses and like sequins, and we don't have that.
Well, that sounds rather dangerous.
It is, yeah. I've had a couple surgeries.
Like what?
Well, I blew out my knee, and I came in a little short on a backflip and broke my jaw. That wasn't so much fun.
Why do you want to carry on doing this?
It is so much fun. When you do it right, when you do it well, it is the best feeling in the whole world. And, you know, to go out there and ski and be at the top of these mountains with beautiful snow on it is just the most amazing feeling. So I love it.
When not breaking knees and falling on her face, Shannon has achieved great success at this sport, including an Olympic silver medal.
There it is, from 2002, the Salt Lake City
it?
Games. 1.5 pounds of solid silver. It's my favorite piece of jewelry.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, I used to try and get upgraded. You know, like because we fly so much, and I'd be like, can I have a seat in first class? They'd be like, no, what if you have one of these? It didn't work very often. They were like, what's that? And I'm like, what do you mean? It's the coolest thing ever.
As there was no snow, I was unable to experience moguling firsthand. Instead, Shannon agreed to give this reporter an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at her unique and never-before-seen training rituals. Actually, more than a look, she let me do them. We began on a mountain behind her home. Apparently, this nausea-inducing cliff face is similar to the hills Shannon bounces down on her way to the ski jump. As I stood up there, looking down at my own doom, I realized if I was going to seriously attempt to train like an Olympic athlete, I needed the support of the media's most sacred custom, the music montage.
I've got it! I'm moguling! Ah!
This is my battle. This is my quest.
There you go. That was great.
To leave the others behind. To beat the best. Like a streak of colored light. Reflecting off ice.
Okay, use your thighs, use your thighs.
Every part of me still is strong.
Get your butt down.
No more Mr. Nice. How high is a mountain? How deep is an ocean? How wide is a valley? How flat is a table? How black is the nighttime? How wide is a snowstorm? How long is a piece of string?
Push up nice and easy.
Like I'm mixing my breakfast up.
I know.
I would like my mother to know that I did all that at Park City's high altitude, proving conclusively I do not have delicate lungs. Shannon does this kind of training extensively in the off-season to prepare her body for the enormous strain moguling exerts, especially on the knees. I can report these athletes are agile, fit, strong and fearless. I can also report Lawrence Belden-Smythe will never be an Olympic mogul skier. There's far too much bouncing involved.
Olympic gold!
But this interaction with an Olympic silver medalist did fuel my thirst for the truth about these secretive, elite American winter athletes. Once I'd had a cup of tea and a nap. Next up, I go one better, dressing in spandex and strapping on skates with a man who owns Olympic gold. I'm in Park City, Utah, mingling with an elusive American subculture known as the winter sports athlete. Not the part-time ski lodge jockey. My prey are the people who do this kind of thing for a living. My quest for the truth took me to this innocent-looking skating rink. Lurking on its icy surface was the rarest of these athletes, an Olympic gold medalist. His name is Derek Para, and he graciously agreed to teach me the secrets of a sport known as speed skating.
Where do we start?
Well, I've got you a helmet, which is a necessity, some shin guards, a state-of-the-art skin suit, and some speed skates that I actually sharpened myself.
You sharpened them?
Yeah, we have to sharpen them. I mean, feel them. They're razor sharp. You can actually, if you want to, you can actually, take off some of your...
Why do they have to be that sharp?
Well, we're going about 30 miles an hour inside an 8-meter radius turn inside an ice rink with hockey boards and pads. So you don't want to crash. You want to stay in the ice and grip, and the sharp blades is the best way to grip.
Competing with others on a small rink while strapped to razor blades can be a little dangerous. So this snazzy suit comes complete with Kevlar protection for the competitor's most sensitive bits. Kevlar is used in body armor, so it not only complements one's obvious physical attributes, it also keeps you safe.
You want to be really relaxed. Don't get too far back in your heels. You want to feel like your weight's right over your skates, over your feet. You're going to come down nice and relaxed, okay? Get a good feeling there. Okay? That's the basic position. And you're going to extend one leg out, keeping your weight on the leg that's bent, and then bring it back and stick the other leg out. Okay, try to go to the side as much as possible, though.
Sorry, side?
Yeah, like out here somewhere. There you go.
It's clear speed skaters would make excellent chorus line dancers, and they like to invent bizarre training rituals.
You're getting it.
What does that feel like to win a gold medal?
It's an amazing feeling. It's Super Bowl, World Series, everything wrapped up into one. No one gets to the games alone. There was just hundreds of people behind me, and when I got on that podium and stood there and watched the American flag being raised and the national anthem being played, all I could see were the faces of those people in front of me. And they all shared it with me. I've talked to them over the years, and they all felt like they were on that podium. And that's probably the best thing about the Olympics.
But eventually, it was time to hit the ice. Derek Para was a roller skater before winning Olympic gold on the ice. I dabbled in roller skating in my youth. More roller dancing, actually. So I concluded speed skating would be easy. Derek makes it look straightforward, just a lot of gliding and turning.
Want me to hold your hand? Just take little steps like you're marching. You're gonna go up and down, just to kind of get the feeling of being on one foot.
You're just going backwards like it's nothing.
Well, I've been on the skates for, a good portion of my life.
Oh, cramp.
Okay, so I was wrong. Very wrong. Speed skating at an Olympic level is surprisingly not as easy as it would seem.
Want to give you a little push?
No.
Derek tried his best to encourage,
You're behind me.
to teach,
Come on, keep leaning.
and to support.
You're not going to fall. I'm going to hold you.
And despite clearly looking the part, I can reveal Lawrence Belden Smythe will never be a world-class speed skater. It really hurts. Seriously, my shins were screaming.
This is like having 100 tiny dogs eating all the muscles off the soles of my feet.
As I hobbled off the ice, I wondered if there were any athletes involved in a winter sport in this town that didn't involve pain or speed or heights or skin-tight suits or near-death experiences. And then I found one. I venture back onto the ice to reveal the truth about a sport that probably won't kill me, but you never know. Next!